Hello, everybody. We're doing something a little bit different today. I've been on calls since 7:30 Central, so I had no time to do my makeup, but I don't want to scare any of you, so we're gonna do it together. Um, oh crap! I have to do resume audits at the same time. How am I gonna do this? It's been a great morning, long morning, but a great morning. So I've got chat open. Do I have chat open? I do have chat open. If anybody has any questions, does the screen look okay? I feel like there might be two of me. Whatever. Trevor might be on with us shortly, which would be great. So how is everybody? I don't think there's anybody in the room so far, but I definitely want to know how you guys are, what you guys have been doing. Good morning, Torsten. It is good to see you. I feel like we're doing a makeup tutorial. Oh, my life. But I have a ton of calls later and I just have to get my stuff together. Beautiful. Okay, so it's not Dorsten. Are there two of me or is there just one of me? Let's hope they're just one. I never go live from my phone. Maybe I need to grab my other phone. Hold on. Let me grab my other phone. Good morning. And my other phone is dead. Huzzah! I love my life right now. Hold on, guys. We're going to get it together. Is this what I need? No, this is not what I need. La, la, la. I'm going absolutely crazy right now. Hold on, guys. Almost done. Almost there. Will this charger reach? No. I know you're looking at literally a blank screen right now. I promise I'm coming. Hold on. One more second. Okay, here I come. Here I come. Gotta plug something in because all of my phones are dead. You would think I would be prepared, but no. Not today, ladies and gentlemen, not today. Almost done. Okay, plug that bad boy in. Okay, here we go. All right, we're back. Hello. Is this charging? This is charging. We're gonna figure it out. Right now, what I am doing is I am trying to charge my other phone to pull up your resumes. Just one of you. Okay, beautiful. Outside of South Bitcoin, currently working on a personal website. So that's it. It will finally go live in a little bit. Love that for you. Hold on, I'm at 8%. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so if you need, nope, phone, turn on. Turn on. Everything hates me. Everything hates me. If you would like your resume to be reviewed, send it to my Telegram in a second, which I have to make sure is logged in on this phone. Good morning, Danielle. For those of you just joining, I've been on calls since 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 actually, so I don't exaggerate. So I had no time to do makeup for you guys. I sincerely apologize. But at the same time, like, who cares? Who cares? It's just, who cares? We do still have our coffee, so at least we got that done. Adriana, excited for this. Are you? Are you really? Hold on. This phone is about to turn on. So I will be able to get your resumes and audit them. How is everybody? Are we good? Are we not good? What's a pain point right now? We can still discuss. I still see the chat. I'm just waiting for this phone to start so I can go over resumes. But I would love to start off with like, how was your day? What are we struggling with? Everybody's been, okay, so Kay sent me their resume, but just Kay, hold on one second because it might be a different Telegram on this other phone. Maybe. We're actually thinking of switching. Anyone who wants to build their MVP for SaaS Web3 DM. Does that mean you're looking for a job? I love this. Chill, guys. Who are you? What are you about? What are you looking for? Do I have Telegram on this phone? Hold on. What's my phone number? 312-848-9211. Okay. Continue. Enter the SMS. Okay, hold on. What's my password? Guys, I'm struggling. Let me see what else is on here. Oh, there it is. 342-886. Okay, guys. So send your resumes to this address. Oh my God. Hold on, we're getting there. I want to help. We're going to do it. Invalid code. What do you mean invalid code? Okay, there we go. Got it. Start messaging. I am failing right now. Eight, 3, 7, 3, 3. I know this is boring. Just give me a second. It'll be more entertaining in a second. Okay. So send your resume to crypto_recruiters. Adriana or Danielle, if you're in here, can you type in crypto_recruiters? That is where I need you to send your resumes. So if you are looking for a resume audit, let's get that done. Got some missed messages here. Good evening from Nigeria. Good evening, Kenny. Good evening. Isn't it like early morning for you? Like 1 o'clock in the morning? Okay, waiting on resumes. Crypto_recruiters, because someone took crypto recruiters, which is like, okay. Thank you so much, Danielle. So I am here looking at this phone. We're going to do resume audits the same time we do makeup. So that way we can end this live looking like Emily. Dum, dum, dum. Not that it matters. Makeup shouldn't matter, but we're doing it anyway. Guys, if you've got any pain points that you want to discuss, any challenges that you're having throughout your job hunt, let's talk about them. This is a great time to get the help that you're looking for. Side note, if you want to talk, it's not one-on-one, it's a group chat. But if you want to join a small group with peers, you are more than welcome to join one of my group chats. The link is in my bio. Not my bio, but like at the top of my profile, book an appointment. So I can help you out there. It's a small group, less than 20 people. I think I only have 2 people signed up for Friday. So it's not a one-on-one. If you would like to do a one-on-one, I've got couple options, but they are paid. A cue about using socials to network, build a personal brand. Do you have any feelings about using text-based content versus video? Substack is currently my priority content channel, but I'm thinking of shifting more time attention to YouTube instead for a better audience growth potential. Okay. So social media is an incredibly powerful tool. It really is great for getting your name out there. I think personally, YouTube is one of the hardest channels to grow. YouTube and Twitch. I do think that video content is key because it puts a voice to a name, right? It makes you, it just makes you real. I wouldn't send like videos in a DM, but I would definitely be posting about you and who you are and what you do. So I do think YouTube is a great place to build an audience, but man, is it difficult. It is super difficult to grow on YouTube. I would say you have a better chance of growing quickly on TikTok. But all I will say is post educational content that resonates with you. Um, regarding my content, I just have fun with it. I post things that I like, and if people don't like it, unfollow me. That's fine. I was I was on my LinkedIn watching my own videos the other day, and my fiance was like, "Are you watching your own videos?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think they're so good. I think they're so much fun." Um, so just be you and people will follow. Not like follow, but you know, they'll support you if they like your stuff. But they don't have to like your stuff. It's not about them. I mean, yes, you want to post for your network, you want to post content people are going to be interested in. But at the same time, if you don't like your own content, you're not gonna want to do it. So if it can be fun and educational, that's what I've seen the most success with. Like when I do my crypto news stories, people love that. And I have fun with that too. I have fun educating myself and bringing myself up to speed um, on what's going on in the crypto space. Nah, Emily, Africa is roughly the same time zone as Europe. Got it. Terrible at time zone. I only receive scam messages on LinkedIn. Worse than the MySpace times. So yes, there are a ton of scams on LinkedIn. There's also a lot of like salespeople. I'm guilty of it myself. Um, very guilty of it. But at the same time, like it's a great place to network. So if you are posting content on LinkedIn, it's a great way to verify that you're a real person. What do I mean by that? I mean, there was 80 people attached to the Crypto Recruiters page saying they worked for us. They did not. And they were reaching out to people, you know, offering jobs, but there was nothing on their profile. So if a recruiter or a salesperson reaches out to you and there's nothing on their profile, block them. Just block them. That way you don't have to deal with it. It's not frustrating. Yeah, just block them. But I think that it's an underused tool to network, honestly. I forgot a step, whatever. I'm still kind of new to makeup. Not that any of you care, but that's how we're doing today. I just recently started doing it because I was on a live and someone called me ugly and I was like, okay, not that that should matter. Would you prefer a beautiful recruiter or someone that's gonna get it done? But I guess I can do both. So anyway, people are mean on social media. That's the other thing is like people forget that you're a person on the other side. But there's plenty of one of the things that's interesting is regarding LinkedIn, you spend money to get an InMail credit, right? So, and I think they just raised the cost to like $3 an InMail. So what I do, because I'm a nice person, I respond to those InMails, like at least the quality ones of people that are real, to give them the credit back. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I so appreciate you. You're like my best friend now, right? And then they only bring good things to my plate because I did them a quote unquote favor. Omar, am I saying your name correctly? Sent an invite on Telegram. Cheers from Pittsburgh. Okay, let's dive into it. Okay, I've got a couple here. Omar, let's start with yours. So, number one, save your resume as your first name and your last name. When I type in your name in Outlook, your resume will come up. So, if I wanted to call and extend an offer, it's much easier for your resume to pop up and I can just grab your phone number off your resume. I'm not gonna like get too close, but it's a beautiful orange. Definitely stands out. Orange and blue. Love it. What I do think you could do is at the very top, you're taking up a lot of space with your location, your phone, your email, your portfolio, your LinkedIn. Omar, thank you, Omar. So I would actually put those in 2 lines so that way you save a little space. Professional summary. So correct me if I'm wrong, but professional summary is a smaller font than tech stack and skills. So just double check that. I could be crazy, but it kind of looks like a separate font. Results driven creative design leader. Love it. The first sentence of your resume is so important because it educates the person about what you do in 1 second. Right. So the first sentence of everybody's resume should be who you are, what you do, and how many years of experience that you have. So, Omar, beautiful job here. Tech skills looks beautiful. Adobe, brand identity, illustration. Don't forget to put in like Figma. I'm trying to think of what else. Video production. Did you use OBS? Did you use CapCut? I'm sure you did not use CapCut. I really like CapCut, but that's just a personal. Professional experience, creative design lead, parentheses, art director. I love this. It seems like art director might not have been your formal title, but you put a parentheses there to educate the reader that might not be aware of what a creative design lead. It really just sends it home. It's like, hey, by the way, creative director, aka art lead. So I would definitely use parentheses or dashes in your resume, guys, not M dashes, but like for titles. Like if the titles in crypto are crazy, and like sometimes they just make no sense. So don't be afraid to put a little parenthesis there so that way the reader like fully understands what you do and where you bring value. Hi, good to see you. Rashad, sorry. Hi all, I'm working on a company and tools to have AI agents research recruiters and job opportunities for you to save your time. I don't know what that means, but I'd love to learn more. Let's go back to Omar. Okay, so parentheses art director, and then it says Highmark, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm assuming that Highmark is the company name. I don't think you need the locations. It just, hold on 1 second. It just clutters things up. Hardik, I'm excited to meet with you. Thanks for scheduling. Let a cross-functional team of 5 designers, copywriters, and developers. Capitalize those because those are title. Parentheses was the tip I got from you previously. Hey, paying attention. Love it. One of the things you can do is you can not shorten, but you can make the space in between each job a little bit smaller to save you some space. Now, one of the things I'm seeing on your resume is your dates of education are on your resume. I would take that off. That's going to date you. And your age should not determine your salary, your experience, your title. So make sure we take that off. And then soft skills, not really needed. It's just kind of fluffy. I think the one thing you're missing here is the industry you're most passionate about. Hi, Sahara. The industry you're most passionate about. So if you want to work in crypto, let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about crypto certifications for a second. I want to put on eyeliner, but like it's going to be really difficult to put on eyeliner. So maybe we'll save that for last. Not that any of you care, but crypto certifications, are they going to get you the job? No. Are they going to get you a raise? No. Are they going to position you as an expert within the industry? Yes. Think about it. If I'm looking, everybody and their mom wants to get into crypto right now, crypto and AI. So if I'm looking at two resumes, one of them has a crypto certification and the other does not, who do you think I'm calling first? The one with the crypto certification. It shows that they have a passion, they have a knowledge, and they take initiative. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. Okay. If I am, let me know. But there is a certification site called C4 Crypto Consortium. Don't tell anybody this. I love them, but like, what a name. So Crypto Consortium offers the certified Bitcoin professional and the certified Ethereum professional. Why do I bring these up? One, I took these courses when I was getting started in crypto. I thought they were fantastic. The course itself is free, so all the materials are free. Crazy. But if you want the actual certification, I forget how much it was, but it wasn't expensive. It was like $150, I think. But like having that on your resume is a game changer. Again, it's not like gonna get you the job. It's not going to get you a raise, but it will definitely separate your resume from the crowd. LinkedIn user, sorry, your LinkedIn is not public, so it doesn't show your name. I feel so unprofessional doing my makeup, but if anybody wants to compliment me, please do. I'm very much interested in blockchain and cryptocurrency. I'm active in this space from 2017, but was on and off, and I even learned Solidity. Now I want to go full force. Help me land a job in Web3. I would love to. So that being said, does that mean you're a developer? Are you a marketer? You got to give me some more info. It's so funny. So I just started on TikTok, which has been a lot of fun and like very refreshing and not negative. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people that are like, what are you doing? But I've been having a lot of fun, but people will DM me and they're like, hey, what are the qualifications? And I'm like, for what? And they're like, for a crypto job. I was like, well, it depends. What kind of crypto job? Are you a marketer? Are you an accountant? Are you a analyst? It just depends on what you do. But everybody starts, oh, Antonio, thank you so much. The internet says differently. So it really depends on what you're interested in getting into. Everybody starts somewhere. It just depends on like who's going to give you a chance. And that's where your network really comes into play. Excuse me. Do you like my yellow cup that's bigger than my face? Just always drinking coffee. But it really is about your network when you're just getting started. Now, does that mean you need an established network? No. That means you need to start networking. You need to reach out to potential peers. Who are you going to be working with? And guys, you should double check, like, do you even want to work in this industry? It's got its quirks. It's got its quirks. I made a funny video the other day. That was Mulan's song, Be a Man. And like the first thing was, how do you get a job in crypto? And I was like, be a man. Because it is a very male heavy industry. But let me tell you, everybody really wants to see more women. There's campaigns out there that are women in Web3. There's different associations, women in Web3. There's not enough women, excuse me, in Web3. So if you are a female or, whatever, crypto might be the right place for you. And like, as much as I hate to say this, I'm just going to say it. You got a leg up. You got a leg up over other applications because people are so passionate about diversity. Great makeup, Emily. Oh, thank you so much. Your eyeshadow is on point. Thank you. I'm a full JavaScript developer, by the way. Okay, perfect. So if you're a Java developer and you want to get into crypto, it might be beneficial for you to look at companies that are getting into or have a high likelihood of getting into crypto, right? Do they need to be in crypto now? But how cool would that be to be a part of that transition, right? And then you could actually be the person that kind of leads the charge into crypto. I've heard this story a million times. People that don't have crypto experience, but they have great knowledge, they can absolutely do the job, and they actually bring up blockchain in their current company. Guys, why aren't we getting involved in this? This is the future. Okay, sorry. Energy. So a lot of people are like, why aren't you getting in? A lot of people go to their companies and say, hey, we need to get involved in this. And their companies will respond. It's my belief that every company will touch crypto blockchain at some point, whether it's construction, whether it's a makeup company, they're going to touch blockchain at some point. It's just inevitable. So if you can get in on the ground and be like, that's not what I want to do, and be like the expert and guide them into that, that's pretty incredible. So be the first one on the team that knows about crypto, that wants to get involved in it, that's advocating for it. I mean, just think, JP Morgan just got into crypto. Do you think they did that on their own? No, they talked to people. Someone on their team was like, hey, BT Dubs, this is something we need to explore. They didn't just do it on their own. So if you're a Java stack developer that knows crypto, I would start looking at companies that are likely to get into the space and have those conversations is what I would do. Okay, Emily sharpened my positioning on LinkedIn wait, hold on, I lost it. Also sharpened my positioning on LinkedIn a few days ago, Emily. Boom, let's get you a crypto job. I still want to have your Telegram name. Okay, Telegram, I'm on my work phone. So the Telegram is crypto_recruiters. So if you want to send me your resume, I've got a couple. That Antonio, I hope that helped. Thomas, hi Emily. I'm an attorney and a blockchain crypto aficionado. Congratulations. I love that. I would be looking at crypto. I would be looking at organizations that are getting into crypto, like Croak Fairchild has a very large crypto practice. I know that's outside counsel, but it's a great place to start. Mahal, I started my banking, fintech, and risk management in order to get closer to a job in the Web3. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I love that you guys are here. Thank you so much for joining. I have a Sweeter certified education. Do I need to pay for C4 certificate? Yeah, I mean, they're a business, right? They're actually a nonprofit. But yeah, you have to pay for the certification. Telegram, hold on one second. Great makeup, Emily. Thank you. Would love to connect to see how AI and software you as a recruiter versus vetting candidates, where current tools fail and what services could help. Heard, not interested. Don't take that the wrong way. I want to do things the old school way. I would rather meet 50 candidates and some of them be the wrong fit than only talk to the ones that are the right fit. You might be thinking, well, Emily, that sounds like a lot of work. It is. And the reason why I do it is because you never know. You never know when a role pops open that's going to be a fit for whoever you were on the phone with. On top of that, every candidate is a potential client, every single one, right? Even if I can't get them a job, if I can make an impact in their job search and they can get themselves a job, mission accomplished, right? And I'm sure they'll remember me. I was just talking about this with someone regarding sales because I was like, do we really need to reach out to people? Like, who's gonna forget Crypto Recruiter? And it's true. I've built some really incredible relationships that have turned into clients. I'm not saying that's the only reason that I have these conversations, but what I'm saying is like, it is a strategic move to talk to as many people as I can. At the same time, there might be people, my clients might not know that they need someone until I bring them to that person's attention. I've had this happen multiple times where I'll meet someone and I'm like, they would really make an impact at X, Y, and Z. And then I introduce them to X, Y, and Z, and then they hire this person. So I personally am not interested in AI tools. It's a human experience. Be a human. That's part of the reason that the crypto, excuse me, that's a part of the reason that the crypto recruiters exist, because this has become such a transactional process. I mean, think about it. When's the last time you worked with a recruiter that gave you tips and tricks to find a job on your own? I'll wait. Probably never. Tell me the last time you had a recruiter that called you on your birthday. Probably never. So that's just me though. I think the old school way is the best way. I'm not concerned about AI replacing recruiters, because like, how are you going to replace this personality? You're not. Okay, let's keep going. Antonio, crypto_recruiters. Carrie, I'm a realtor working on getting ahead of the train that is coming as far as real estate is concerned. So many people have no idea. Completely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. Rashad, Carrie, Jordan, would love to chat to see how AI automation and crypto could help you in real estate. There's a ton of opportunity trying real estate to blockchain for dynamic AI-based pricing. That might be a good use case. JP Morgan, oh, hold on. Oh gosh, thank you all for being here. Hold on one second. Okay, JP Morgan is a notable one because their CEO, Jamie Dimon, has not been vocally anti-crypto. If they can get into crypto, any company can. I was on a TikTok live and someone was like, this is exactly what I expected a crypto scammer to look like. And I was like, okay, buddy. Okay. But like, if you don't believe, I'm not gonna force you into it. I'm just gonna follow up when there's mass adoption, be like, hey, how do you feel about crypto now? Just curious. Patricia is commenting on YouTube with the letter W. That's a win for me. Manny, I help founders, startups, and solo entrepreneurs define and develop their complete MVP with full stack Web3 SaaS architecture. And the entire MVP architecture is completely free. That sounds a little too good to be true, my friend. Why are you doing it for free? Danielle, send your resumes to crypto_recruiters for a resume LinkedIn profile audit. We've still got 30 minutes, guys. I'm going to get to them. Maria. Hello, Emily. Thank you for your stream. I have 5 years of experience in crypto, compliance and product management, and 1.5 years in banking compliance. And I am a woman. Woo! But still, I struggle to land any job with 1.5 years of experience. Okay. So you've got 5 years of experience in crypto compliance and 1 year of experience in banking compliance. I wonder if you could send me your resume. I'd love to look. Compliance is actually my jam. So let's take a look at that. Rashad, you can check out my latest blog post on how it all ties together. Oh my God, blog post, content. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't hear if you answered on my question, but I started my banking, fintech, and risk management. What? In order to get closer to a job in Web3 crypto, do you think it can work? Should I also start learning Java or something? I need to understand, you said, but I started my banking, fintech, and risk management. What? I'd love to answer this question. I just don't know what you started. LinkedIn user, if possible, I'll send you over my resume. Can you give me your email and push my profile to your no recruiters? You can send me your resume on crypto_recruiters for LinkedIn. I'm a creative designer. I need clients. Kenny, let's get you some clients. Rebecca, you are a joy. Oh, thank you, Queen. So thankful for you and your advice and the constant way you give back. I appreciate that. I really do try. I mean, name another recruiter that is spending, how much time do I spend? An hour Tuesday, an hour on Friday. I spend an hour on blockchain brunch. That's 3 hours. And like, guys, don't forget, like, I got to make money too. So I'm giving you 3 hours of my time for free, which I'm happy to do. But like, I just need that to be known that like, it's free. Hey, Emily, sent you a resume on Telegram at 10:09 named K. Would you review it? Yes, but you need to put, I'm assuming your resume is just K. You need to put your first and last name. So that way it's searchable. Omar, I hope that was helpful. Oh, I got like a hair on my nose. Okay, 10:09. I got Manny, but I don't have yours. Crypto_recruiters with an S. Let's go over Manny. Hello, Manny. Are you still in the room? Trevor, good morning. Are you still here? Guys, resumes, crypto underscore recruiters. Let's diagnose. Let's see what's going on. While we do that, I'm going to attempt some eyeliner. So give me 1 second. That did not work. Also did not work, but we're getting there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I do my makeup. I'm usually doing this by myself. Okay, that worked. Hallmark, good. I'm glad. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to help. And what I liked about your resume was the orange and the blue. It really stood out. Most resumes are blue, which is fine. Okay, Manny is still here. Manny's resume is blue. Not saying that it shouldn't be blue. I'm glad that it's blue because that's the most common color. Kay, you need to, I can't see your resume on that Telegram. I need you to send it to crypto underscore recruiters. That's where you need to send your resume. Okay, Manny Paul, I apologize. Full stack Web3 developer, founder, recruit, and Predix AI. It's got your phone number, your email, your LinkedIn, your GitHub. Are these hyperlinked? I don't know. Highlights, 5+ years of experience, 15 plus delivered products, 10K users served, AI Web3 system architect, portfolio, it's a hard name to pronounce. Sorry, my friend. Okay, so I thought the highlights at the very top of your resume, beautiful. Love that. And it's like the selling points, like here's what I've done. Professional summary, full stack and Web3 developer, great job capitalizing those, with 5+ years of experience building AI-driven SaaS and decentralized systems. Who you are, how many years of experience, and what you do. Perfect. Love it. Founded, Recur, and Predix. There's an M dash there. I would delete that so it doesn't look AI. So what's interesting is you've repeated in your summary what you put in your highlights. This is good. Repeating is good because it adds more keywords and it reinforces the text, right? The problem is, guys, people are spending 3 to 30 seconds on your resume. They're going to miss stuff. Mariana, I need you to send the resume to crypto underscore recruiters. Yeah, so get rid of that dash. Strong in systems design, microservices, and scalable AI integrations. Manny, I think this is a fabulous resume. You've got your tech stack to the right. Love it. You've got your education, take your dates off. So that way people don't think you just graduated college, right? They don't think you're a newbie. Because people will judge your age and your education and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna pay them this. That doesn't matter. So achievements, you've got achievements and highlights repeating there as well. That's a little redundant, but I'm not mad at it. Experience, founder and technical director, Recur X. Okay, let's have an uncomfortable conversation. There, you have to make this decision for yourself, right? I'm not telling you to go one way. I'm not telling you to go the other. I have been doing this we're a month away from 6 years. And here's the feedback I get from my clients on hiring founders. So half the companies say, well, if he's such a great founder, why would he be looking for a new opportunity? Half the other companies are like, oh my gosh, what a founder. He or she has probably learned so many different lessons and can bring a lot of different viewpoints to every situation because they've done it, right? Product, accounting, marketing, you got it all. So, okay, back to your resume. Sorry, I was looking at comments. Guys, go ahead and shill yourself in the comments. So going back to that, this depends upon you, Manny. Do you want to work for a company that doesn't appreciate your founder experience? If you do, which is more of them, I would take off founder and just keep technical director. Now, if you are currently in a, oop, my phone's about to fall. Thank you so much. Hold on. If you are currently in a role, you want it to be present tense. So instead of instead of architected, decentralized B2B crypto gateway, do architect decentralized, right? Engineered backend, performs backend engineering, led 15 engineers, capitalize that engineers. And then, yeah, so same thing with Pretty X AI. I would love to know how to pronounce that. Hold on one second, guys. I got to like push on my phone here. Whoop. All right, there we go. Flagship projects. So again, you've got your repeating recur and predicts in your flagship products. So I might not repeat it there. I think this is a very strong resume. It's one page. It's beautiful. I like this resume a lot. I would rate it 8 out of 10. Oh, you know what? That's what we should do, rating resumes. 8 out of 10 is how I would rate this resume. And then on your Telegram, your title is DevRel. If you are looking, hold on, I just want to make sure my phone doesn't fall here. If you are looking for a job, people need to remember your name. So put your name as your name on Telegram so that way people can search it, right? I've got a friend whose name is Quasimodo, but his actual name is Muhammad. So anytime I search Telegram for Muhammad, it never comes up. So I always have to, remember Quasimodo, which is very hard when you're dealing with a lot of people at the same time. We are moisturized. Rashad, for folks currently applying to jobs, we want to help you avoid scam recruiters. Just forward that job opportunity you're curious about. We research and validate the recruiter and job opportunities. Stop wasting your time on defective work. That I like, right? That I like. What's next? Oh, eyelashes. Let's put those on together. Let's actually see first who we've got. Okay, Marina has sent me her resume. Let me just double check to see if there's anyone before Marina. Escobar. I'm a Web3 marketer with over 5 years of experience. This is his resume. Visually appealing, easy to read. You have a lot of white space on this resume, and I feel like we could tighten up the white space, especially being a marketer. I think design is very important. Now, are you a graphic designer? No. But I still think design is important. And I'm sure you have graphic designer friends. Give them a shout. Phone, email, beautiful. But you also need your LinkedIn, your portfolio. Yeah, about me, forward-thinking Web3 marketing executive. Okay. With deep expertise in social media management and SEO. You also need your location on your resume. Don't forget about that. Skills, beautiful. Reward. Do you mean awards? I would do awards. Socials, beautiful. Love that. I would also put socials to companies that you've worked on. So marketing executive at Gamma Interactive, make Gamma Interactive a link. Also on your LinkedIn profile, you can actually put media to each position. What does that mean by that? When we're done with this live, go to my LinkedIn and you can look under the crypto recruiter at the crypto recruiters. You can see there's like a recommendation. So don't be afraid to utilize that and take advantage of of media underneath each position. It's something to look at. It's a little pizzazz. I would definitely encourage you to do that. Social media manager, Alta Solutions Agency. I don't think you need to verify that it's an agency unless you're interested in other agency roles. One of the things that's missing in your resume is metrics and numbers. I hate what I'm about to say, but also I'm going to say it. Companies don't hire people just to give them jobs, right? That's just not how the world works. They hire people to make an impact in their business, AKA generate revenue. So if you can show someone on a resume, hey, here's how much money I'm going to make you. Here's how much I'm going to grow your community. That's what they're looking for, right? They're looking for proven experience. They're looking for how is this person going to affect our bottom line? And that might not just be like how much revenue are they going to bring in, but that's how big are they going to grow the community? How many posts are they going to get out, which is going to relate to more followers? What's their style? What's their tone? So get out some information there regarding metrics and numbers. Okay, let's go back. So how would I write this resume? Take your dates of education off. I'd like to see it again. Right now, I'd say it's a solid. Ooh, this is much harder than I thought. I'd say a 6 out of 10 just because you're missing those metrics and numbers. And I think if you make those changes, it could be a 10 out of 10. So let's keep going. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. You are absolutely welcome. And again, make your Telegram name your name. All right, Marina. That's okay, let's look at some of the comp messages. Mario, for 10 years, I owned and managed a pub pizza place. I hope people can appreciate this and recognize my ability to make things happen. I think that's great. Did you close that down? I think talking on your resume about the growth, the attention to detail, the customers that you built, the retention, the loyalty, that is what I would recommend. Okay. Marina, AFC compliance specialist. Okay. So the one thing, I'm just reading really quickly. So the one thing I don't like, and I'm just going to kind of show you here without your contact information. Do you see like after professional summary, there's like a blue box? I just think that clutters up your resume. I would take that off. Now you are a compliance specialist with strength in AML, CFT, KYC, KYB, onboarding, fraud protection, and prevention. So with strengths, with specializing, experience across first and second LOD in banking and crypto exchange, open for relocation, EU citizen. So I do think that there are going to be recruiters, including myself, that don't know off the top of their head LOD. What does that mean? Learning and design? No, that would be LAD. Tell me in the comments, please educate me what that means. I'm probably going to be embarrassed, but that's okay. Open for relocation, EU citizen. That part I don't mind. That tells people, hey, I'm open to opportunities all over the place. Work experience. Oh God, I am not going to pronounce this correctly. Nordea Bank, financial crime expert. So one, no experts in crypto. There's always something to learn. And that's not necessarily, I'm assuming that's not actually your title. So I would definitely put your title in there. Oh, local Bitcoin. So we got to get this in the professional summary with X years of experience in crypto. Looks like you have 2+ years. Product manager. Okay, so quick question. Product manager, AML, technical customer support, were those all under local Bitcoin? Because how you want to do this is next to local Bitcoin, you want to put the dates that you were there entirely. So 2018 to 2022. And then underneath that, you want to put the dates per position. So that way a recruiter who's spending 3 seconds on your resume doesn't believe that those are all different positions. So make it impossible for them to be confused. My thought process is if you want something, make it as easy as possible for that person to give it to you. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means if you want the job, you've got to make sure they understand where do you fit in the job. And again, building out some of these acronyms. Let me see what else here. Researcher in political geography, PhD candidate. Beautiful. So contact information, great. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so skills, beautiful, regulatory compliance, expertise, but just get into the details there. Strong analytical mindset. What does that really mean? But I do think you could get into some numbers and some metrics here. Like show people really where you make an impact. Languages, Russian native, English, Swedish. So really quickly, oh, proficient. Okay. Swedish, intermediate, German, elementary, French, elementary. Tu parles français? Je ne parle pas français. That means I don't speak French. Publications, beautiful. Education, let's take the dates off. Overall, I would rate this resume. This is actually harder than I thought. I'd probably do a 7 out of 10. So I think if you make those changes, I think it'd be better. But like here, you've got suspicious activity report, SARS. Beautiful. That's what you want to do throughout your resume. Guys, your resume can be more than one page. It doesn't have, I'm sorry, your resume, your resume can be more than one page. It can't be more than 2 pages, but it can absolutely be more than one. Okay. Anti-money laundering is LOD. Interesting. Jean, je parle français. Beautiful. The only thing I know is I do not speak French. That's literally all I remember from high school and elementary school. I took like 11 years. I just blacked out there. Okay, so those are all the resumes that I received. If you have another resume, send it to crypto_recruiters. And just know I don't check this often. I should probably check this more often. I'm a little overwhelmed. There's so many different messages. I'm sure you guys feel the same. There's Signal, Telegram, Slack, Discord. I do not like Discord. Does anybody else like Discord? Not my thing. Okay, let's look at some of the comments. So in my case, should I put EU citizen with permanent residency in Panama? No, I don't think you need to do that unless you're open to relocation. Can I land an entry level or an internship with my MSc in banking, fintech, risk management? Oh, hold on. And a 4-year non-professional trading in crypto plus some graphic design gigs? Absolutely. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere, right? I was not always a crypto recruiter. I came from financial services. The reason I got into crypto is the people. 6 years ago, the people. I think things have changed a little bit, but I still like the people. But, you know, in crypto, nobody was gatekeeping. Everybody wanted to share information. Do I have my scissors? Yes. Everybody wanted to share information. Everybody was friendly, wanted to have a conversation. And, you know, in financial services, everybody was kind of a crab apple, right? You would call people and they'd be like, never call me again. It's like, oh, okay. So, you know, I'm a very friendly person. I'm a very bubbly person, and crypto just kind of matched my style. I think things have changed over the past 6 years. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a miserable industry, but it's definitely more gatekeeping. I would say there's more negativity. You know, it's changed. Every industry is going to change, but it's changed a little bit. Okay. But yes, you can land a job. It just depends on who's going to give you an opportunity, right? One of my goals, so I'll tell you a story. One of my first jobs out of college, and unfortunately I didn't finish college. It's a whole long story, but I never got my degree. And I worked for this company and a degree was required. Everybody at the company had a degree. So what did I do? Number one, on my resume, I put my college because I went to college for 3 years. But I did not put dates. And when they asked me, oh, when did you graduate college? I told my story. I explained to them the situation. I was the only person at that company that didn't have a college degree. Why? They fell in love with me. They knew I could make an impact. They knew that I would bring value even though I didn't have a degree. So I think that opened their eyes to like, hey, a degree isn't everything. I mean, they didn't hire anybody else, but you know. So that's kind of my thing. And I really believe that if someone falls in love with you, not in like an inappropriate way, but they will give you an opportunity. You just need someone to give you an opportunity. But you've got to be deserving of that opportunity. Getting a certification, networking, asking people thoughtful questions, showing that you're in it for more than just the excitement of crypto. You're not just in it for the money. There's a lot of money in crypto, but you need to show that you have good intentions, you want to learn, and you are coachable. I think being coachable is an underrated skill. I've heard on multiple, hold on one second, guys. I'm like shaking here. I have heard on, okay. Oh no, I've got to go. Sorry, but I do have to go. I've got a free consultation now. I planned this poorly. Sorry guys, even though I started on time, but what was I just saying? College degree, giving you a chance. You have to show that you're coachable. I've had companies say like, hey, we want someone young and hungry that doesn't have any bad habits, right? So being able to learn. I'm not gonna do my makeup on a live anymore, but also watch me do it again. You have to make it clear that you are able to learn. There's a lot going on in this industry. It's like a fire hose of information. So any hoozle, thank you guys for coming to my makeup with Emily. Get ready with me live. You're more than welcome to book a call. There are free calls available Wednesday and Friday for you to join and we can just talk. But also, sorry, I was reading a message. But also, if you need help with your resume, you can come back to Blockchain Brunch for free. You can have a one-on-one with me. It is paid. I apologize, but time. And then we also have group interview prep. I think it's like $20. We could just prep and practice your interview skills. That's what I got for you, my friends. If you enjoyed this live, please leave a comment. Actually, don't. Just come next week. Okay, I'll see you guys all later. Thanks for joining. But how do I end this? I'm on the struggle. Bye, guys.